Hi kids, Alan here from my nerdery. Wow, it didn't take the GOP long to bust out the racism and misogyny bullshit against Vice President Harris, did they? Didn't even seem like it took really a full 3 days. Didn't even last that long. Sunday, President Biden announced that he was not seeking re-election in 2024, and through his endorsement behind Vice President Harris. Since then, dozens upon dozens of Democrats have also thrown their support behind Vice President Harris, as they should, as we all should. In fact, as of yesterday, she had secured enough delegates to win the Democratic nomination for this year's election. So congratulations, VP Harris. Now the real work begins. Defeating fascism, defeating misogyny, defeating racism. I don't know if we can defeat them, but we can get as many licks in as we can on those. But mainly defeating Trump and MAGA and getting them the fuck out of our politics once and for all. Speaking of Trump and MAGA, last week, when every pundit on every news channel, conservative and liberal, were calling for Biden to step down, former Trump staffer Sebastian Gorka, I believe his name is, went on camera, literally referred to Vice President Harris as a colored woman. This isn't 1954, fuckhead. 2024. How are we still doing this in 2024? It wasn't right in 1954. It was never right. And then Congresswoman Helen Hager, what the fuck her face is. You know who she is. She's the one that looks like George Santos snuck back into Congress in drag. Called VP Harris, literally on camera, quotedly called her a DEI hire. Let's talk about that phrase for a second. The DEI. DEI started as basically affirmative action, for lack of a more simple term. It's diversity, it's inclusion. I can't remember what the E is for, but it's a good program because it was people that were being discriminated against. Initially for just the color of their skin. Then you get into religious practices and sexual orientations and all this other discriminatory bullshit. So the right has co-opted the term DEI and changed it to didn't earn it. Because heaven forbid, somebody that may be having a little harder time getting through just day-to-day life based on their skin color. Let's make it harder for those folks to get jobs. Fuck off. Shouldn't be harder for anyone to get a job. Our Constitution says no one equal. Everyone's equal. No one above the law. Everyone to be treated as an equal. Not as a less than because you're a woman. Not as a less than because you have a darker skin complexion. Not a less than because you choose to love somebody of the same sex. Not a less than because you have a disability. Not a less than because you follow a different religion or follow no religion at all. We're America, the United States, even though it hasn't been that way, hasn't seemed that way for about 9 years now. You know, around 2015 when Fatty Arbuckle Trump came down an escalator. By the way, came down an escalator because he's afraid of stairs. There's your tough guy, folks. There's your tough guy. He's afraid of stairs. Anyway, digress. So they've co-opted it to basically, what's a way that we can use racial slurs but not get kicked off of our social media plans or kicked out of office? I know, we'll call them DEI hires. So clever. Like, let's go, Brandon. Fuck off all the way. How dare you? And then the idiots that aren't bringing up the misogyny or racism front are bringing up they should not qualify. What qualifications does she have to be president? Well, let's see. She was a prosecutor in Northern California, and then she ran for district attorney and won. Then ran again and won again. She was elected twice district attorney. Then she ran for attorney general for the entire state of California, most populated state in our entire union. And she won that election for attorney general. Not once, twice. Reelected. Then she was elected to the United States Senate. And then, finally, picked in 2020 by Joe Biden to be his running mate and his vice president, which he has served as for the last 3.5 years. Let's look at the qualifications on the other side. On the bottom of the ticket, you got Ohio's own J.D. Vance. I will never stop being fucking embarrassed that that dude's from my state. But anyway, J.D. Vance. Mr. Super Qualified to be one heartbeat away from the Oval Office. A guy who has been in federal politics for not even 2 years, kids. He, in the 2020 election, when he ran for Senate, that was it. What was he before? He wrote a book. What a book? About hillbillies. Was there couch fucking in the book? There was. Woohoo! That's right. So lower half of that ticket, mascara enthusiast. J.D. Vance, couch fucker, if you will. And at the top of the ticket, let's look at the qualifications there. We can go back to his qualifications in 2020, 2016. They're the same qualifications as he has now. None. Donald Trump was such a brilliant businessman. He bankrupted a casino. Do you know how stupid and how terrible a businessman you have to be to bankrupt a casino? He bankrupted a casino. And that was only one of 6 bankruptcies he's filed. Brilliant businessman, my ass. What he is a spoiled little rich baby boy brat, born on third base, but claiming he had a triple, making his name off of money his daddy gave to him. And the most successful thing he had was that he got to host a reality TV game show for a few years before it was canceled. That's it. It's the prosecutor versus the predator and the pathetic loser boy who's licking that predator's boots. That's your choices, kids. It's not a DEI hire. She's qualified. She will be our next president. Because we are not a fascist nation. We will not have a dictator, even just for day one. Because this is America. And democracy is the way of the land. And we'll keep it that way. By voting for Kamala Harris, 2024. I'll be on her every day, beating that drum. Every day, kids, till November. Then maybe I can get back to my nerdery shit. Till then, leave me comments. We can talk things out. Share opinions. But we'll see you soon.